Garda Headquarters. Drew Harris, Commissioner for Human Trafficking. That's what he is. Thousands of Gardaí about to vote no confidence in Drew Harris. I was time for him to go.
Yeah, nobody wants Drew Harris.
No, nobody. Nobody wants him.
All the work that we've been doing the past while and all the dealings that we've had with the guards, every single guard that we've talked to does not want Drew Harris here, but they're too afraid to come out and say it. That's why we're one of the reasons why we're here as well, because they're under contract, they're not allowed to open their mouth, and there is good guards in there. They only can't open them out because of Drew Harris in there, and that's the problem. They're afraid to come out and speak because they'll lose their houses, they'll lose their mortgages.
Drew Harris, MI5, MI6 agent. Give us a look at this one. This one's going to take a while to read.
It's alright, it's a big one.
It is. It's truth.
But it's actually the law that he's breaking under his watch. This is the law that they're breaking. So basically, we don't have borders anymore. You can come in without a passport. You can be anyone you want. Once you give a sob story, you're in the door and that's it. You know what I mean?
It's always the way, isn't it? He's reading that, folks, eh?
When you're breaking this law, you're enabling human trafficking, basically. You know?
That's it.
And it's when kids start getting taken out the country. Because it's two-way traffic here, lads. It's not just one way.
To even talk about the human trafficking, the way it's gone up, especially through the wars and Ukraine and all that, how easy it is to traffic children in and out of this country right now is unbelievable, and nobody's watching it.
There was a Romanian man arrested yesterday, wasn't there? Or 2 days ago, recently anyway, because he trafficked a child into the country. Yeah, it was all over the, well, not all over the news, it was all over social media. So the real news, it was all over social media, etc. A Romanian fella arrested for trafficking a child into the country.
Absolutely, and what it's doing is it's facilitating an industry. It's an industry.
Share this around, folks. Share this around, please.
Kingsman
in Ireland, Drew Harris, MI5, MI6 agent.
You know?
That's it.
No, it is. It's badly needed because our kids have absolutely no protection right now. Not only are they being trafficked in and out of the country, but now they're being trafficked in the dating apps and everything else. And you know what Drew Harris is doing as well, and the orders are coming from on high. When we go into a library or into a shop and we call the Gardaí for a Garda complaint, the guards are saying it's a civil matter. Now, our kids are being damaged spiritually and physically, mentally, by these predators online who are targeting children through the apps, and they're being raped. You know.
What did he say about Grindr? It's an 18 plus app. But they're telling 12 and 13-year-olds how to go on it.
Putting it on the shelves for 12 to 13-year-olds.
You know what I mean?
And then when we report this to the guards that they're breaking the 2015
Children's Force Act,
they're not taking it serious. They're not taking a criminal case. They're taking a civil matter against it. And that's all down to Drew Harris. All the orders on high. You know,
this is why he has to go, folks.
In my door yesterday. The same day the guards start coming down heavy. It's all connected, and it's all coming from Drew Harris.
Of course it is.
All coming from Drew
Harris.
All
coming from the man in there. But this is why we're here as well, because not many people realise that. Like Drew Harris, he's a Brit. His father was also murdered by the RAB. But you know why his father was murdered by the RAB? Because his father, who was a Protestant man, a staunch, stone-cold Protestant man, murdered a lot of innocent Catholics for nothing, and that's why his father was murdered by the rat. So, and then this is a man then you have in charge of the Garda, Caoimhín in Ireland. It's not right, folks. It's not right. You see the way he was pushing everything on with the trans ideology stuff as well. Trying to say that the guards, male guards, could use female toilets and female guards could use male toilets and all. You see what he has them driving around in, He has them driving around in cars and everything else that are covered in bleeding rainbow flags. Like, do you know what I mean? Nobody realises that Drew Harris is the man that's destroying this country along with all our TDs and the government. So this is why we're at the Garda Headquarters. Drew Harris, Commissioner for Human Trafficking. That's what he is. Drew Harris must go.
100%. I'm liking a few comments.
On Garda must serve the public, not Harris.
Exactly.
MI5 HQ. The Kingsman. Andy has two good ones there. Look at the Kingsman in Ireland. Drew Harris. Is migrant crime covered up by Drew Harris's office? I think we all know the answer to that one, don't we?
Yeah.
You know the cover-ups, etc. Listen, folks, this is just in the Phoenix Park here. If you're around, drop by. I know there's loads of people in town, etc. So literally just walk up the road there. It's where we are, outside the HQ. There's one there now going in. Look. Tell Drew we said hi, and bye when he's on the way out. That's all it is, a little hold the line. Let people know. Let people know what we have to put up with down south. Stay ahead of it. Chop their head off and they won't come back. There's no point in going for slum landlords and everything else like that. Going for the likes of slum landlords is like chopping the tail off. The tail will always grow back. Not only will it grow back, it will grow back bigger, stronger and more worse. So you chop the head off. You chop the head off and there'll be no coming back. You get a new government in power and we erase the corruption, the brown envelopes, the backhanders, you erase everything. That's what we do. And I know there's only a handful of us here, folks, but that's all it needs. That's all we need, is a few strong men willing to take action, you know? Don't need hundreds, you don't need thousands. If you have the right number of people. This is all we need. It's not even 2 handfuls, it's about 10 people. And that's what we need. Many guards are landlords. Listen, of course they are. Along with them all. That's why they don't want to speak out against it and say nothing wrong. You know? They say we're racist and this and that. The only racism in this country is actually towards us, is towards the Irish people. So that's all it is. And as you can see, Tommy over there, he came up from Cork. You know what I mean? He's the only one from Cork here. And this is what we're saying. They also have a big one tomorrow now down in Cork, Saturday, 29th, Grand Parade, 2 p.m. So the man's over there, he's had to come up on his own, just to call these shower of stains in there out on what they're doing or what they're not doing basically. So it'd be nice if people could return the favour for him tomorrow and get the Grand Parade, because they're under a lot of threat down there as well from the left and from Antifa as well. So like, they genuinely do need as many people out in Cork tomorrow, Grand Parade, 2 p.m. if you can, folks. Thanks very much for the kind word talks. I know it's been a while since we last rodeo, a lot of stuff going on in the background, but we're here and going nowhere, you know. So, but yeah, like I was saying, the vote of no confidence going in for Drew Harris. Nobody has confidence in him. Nobody wants him here. You know, it is what it is. So I'm actually surprised that they have an Irish flag flying there, to be honest. I can't zoom in. We found one. Oh, there we go, Jays. See the Irish flag there? There's no other flag. Garda Headquarters. Alright, keep fighting. While there's While there's a breath in my body, while I'm still going, I'll fight until the very, very end. That's what I'll do. Any word on Frigg is in hospital now, getting scans for minor injuries, minor hand injuries. I think he's waiting on a scan on his back as well. You seen him last night being nailed on his neck, fucking stood on his hands and all that stuff. Do you know what I mean? So he's in the hospital now, but he'll be out in Ballybrack later on this evening. We're going out as well at 6 o'clock. So if you all want to head out to Ballybrack, show Frigg some support. Feel free. We'll be going, more than likely going straight out from here, probably, or going out, but you know what I mean?
Well, there's been allegations that down in Cork in 2014 outside John Moyer, they were seen training. Okay? This is meant to kick off earlier, like. They were seen tooled up outside Dan Moyer there nearly 10 years ago doing this, so they've been expecting this for a while. The thing about it is, the good thing, right? You see, Drew was expecting a riot. That's what he's trained to do. And when he didn't get him, we didn't get a chance to prove how good he was at dealing with riots. You know, he can't prove himself at all then. How is he going to deal with this? How is he going to deal with people standing up against him, calling him out for what he's doing, you know? He has no answer to this. This is the truth. This is the law Drew Harris is breaking. You know, and he's enabling criminals. These guys are not the norm from where, you know, from their own countries. They have to be criminals. Like, what the shit that they're doing around the countries. You know, there's kids, there are going to be Irish kids picked up in this country and brought out the country because of what this man is overseeing.
No doubt.
Trafficking is a two-way street.
I mean, we're only seeing the tip of the iceberg with the videos that are going online. What we're not seeing. What are we not seeing?
My own missus was followed home from the shopping centre with the baby in the buggy while I was out in town that night. Stephen Bedford was hit. You know what I mean? She was walking back from the shopping centre with the baby in the buggy. Four of them are looking at her walking out of the shopping centre. They stopped twice behind her. She stopped, they stopped. Four of them, Georgians. She stopped, they stopped again. Only before she walked into a stranger's garden. And they still were brazen enough to wait outside the garden until the woman opened the door. The missus didn't even know the woman.
Why are they doing that? Why aren't
do you know what I mean?
About it, like?
No, we went to the Garda to report and they said, no, what the Garda said, tell the police station says, we can't do anything yet. I said, what's the yet? What, are you waiting on me child to get snatched, me woman to be assaulted? What are you waiting for? What's the yet? And that's what pissed me off, that's what annoyed me. We can't do anything yet. Well, by the time they want to do anything, look, it could be too fucking late.
It is too late.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's...
People getting hurt, children getting hurt, children are going missing. They're going missing all the time. It's going unreported. You know, we're not hearing about it in the mainstream news when kids are going missing because that would only expose themselves then.
Exactly.
So they're covering up serious trafficking around this country.
Of course,
They're saying this is, multicultural is, is great.
It's the way forward, no, this just read them signs.
This is the enrichment that we're getting in Ireland.
You know what I mean?
This is enrichment. This is supposed
Look
to
at
be
this
enrichment.
one. There's migrant crime being covered up by Drew Harris' office. It's being covered up by them all. You know what I mean? Like, that's...
covered up. Down where I live in Fermoy, it's a known fact. I was talking to a guy who's
Cork is fucked.
Yeah, and she was told by the guards. This is allegedly, you know. She was told by the guards not to speak about it, not to disclose the fact that he wasn't Irish. Yeah. And this seems to be a common thing.
But that's not the there's also been other instances around the country like that though as well, where everybody's being told not to say anything. Do you know what I mean?
Like, take their posts off of Facebook.
Yeah. Or you can be criminalised for it. For letting the Irish people know that there's foreign men attacking women and children. What's that?
They're not.
Do you know what I mean? Like, come off it.
Drew Harris should be over there in the zoo with the rest of the monkeys.
Yeah. 100%. Bang on. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Either the circus or the zoo. Oh, that's really awesome. And there's look at that. Ogling are herding an army car. Your man was staring out the window at us. Oh, yeah, I was seeing a comment there from someone a minute ago. We'll be back out as... Yeah. They'll all be back out at 6 out in Ballybrack, yeah. So, that's shocking what happened last night. It is shocking what happened last night because he's literally standing there. And I'm sure you've seen the videos. The cop just walked off and started swinging now for no reason. Do you know what I mean? So, Now, look, in fairness, I think he was supposed to be organising things on this side up here, just numbers-wise, but what could you do, you know what I mean? The fella was in the Garda station most of the evening, and then he's in hospital ever since. So, thank you! It's just letting them know. And Garda must serve the public, not harass. Absolutely. Absolutely. It'd be nice to get him coming out, wouldn't it? I don't think he will, but look at, like I said, there's an Ireland flag flying there. There's no other flags up and out and about, but I'm sure the eyes are on us from all angles anyway. But sure, look at, fuck them, innit?
For the past 3 years, they had no problem tearing us off of buses, tearing us out of our homes, away from our families. They did to me, and anyway, all under the orders of Drew Harris. You know,
that's it, yeah.
All under his orders. He destroyed families around this country. He killed people by locking them down in the nursing homes, everything else. All the orders that they followed, the unconstitutional orders that they followed, came from Drew Harris, and that's why he was brought in here, to change everything.
He was the head enforcer, he was
Yeah, there was a man there looking at the signs, nodding at them all, was he?
What happened there?
Drove out the car coming in.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see, you know, when they pass the baton to you know, this is a relay race, they're all in the one team, you know.
Yeah, I wonder.
You get the baton now to carry on the agenda next.
Yeah,
So,
well,
you know, like I said,
I think that all really boils down to who's in government. You know, because they're the ones that are filling the seats.
they're putting their people in
They're
place.
putting their people in place, their pieces on the board, you know. And that's exactly what's happened here. It's because of the likes of Leo Varadkar and Micheál Martin and Coyle, who have him in here. You know.
And
We
tell me
all
this,
know
do you
that
not
you're
have to
filling
work
in.
within the Garda or within the justice system in the Republic of
Yeah, but
Ireland
it's-
to be able to become the Garda Commissioner? Like, he came straight from the Commissioner of the PSNI, straight to the Commissioner of the Garda Síochána, didn't he?
They seem to
Sorry,
like,
He came straight from being the Commissioner of the PSNI, straight to the Commissioner of Garda Síochána. Like, how was that possible? Like,
that's a good question,
The biggest
actually, Kevin.
slap in the face for the Irish people.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how? Surely he would have had to be came through the ranks, like Garda, Sergeant, Inspector, and then all the way to be the head of the Garda. Because I'm sure that's what he done with the PSNI. Started off as a foot soldier, worked his way up to become head honcho commissioner. So then, how can he just get transferred from being the commissioner of the PSNI straight to the Garda Síochána without ever having to work his way through the ranks?
Because it's all under the crown.
That's it, there is an
That
overarching...
big dirty fat brown envelopes.
It's all out under the crown.
Watch your back there, Mick, I say. Someone is going to try and kill us when it's only a matter of time.
Everybody that's
It's all right. He's English. They can kill him.
I agree with that.
Listen, I know a problem with the guards walking away doing their job. It's just one guy at the top I have a problem with. I think a lot of people do, you know?
Yeah,
That's it.
because we're seeing the fruits of his work, especially last night what they did to Ferg.
Yeah.
Singled out, taken down. I mean, they're creating their own public order charges out of thin air just to target us, because we are over the target with what we're doing. We're making serious waves, whether it's with the vaccines or the immigration and
Everything.
and the books and everything. There's people walking across the board right now.
Flat out.
That's what they're trying to suppress, the whole lot of us.
They're trying to take out, we say, guys now with a kind of a higher than average profile, you know?
Yeah.
Like Ferg has been out there now standing up for Enoch Burke since last October.
That's right.
He's put his face out there, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they have to take people like Ferg out of the equation.
But the one thing about him is he stands tall, his flag there, he never opens his mouth.
No,
Never.
no.
You know what I mean? Like, never.
Yeah.
Even when all that nonsense was kicking off in Sandwich Street, Pear Street, just stood there, holding his flag, said nothing. Do you know what I mean? So to see him being manhandled like that last night was, I was sitting there fuming. You know what I mean? Watching it, I was like, we are nobody.
The crowd down in Cork are grinding their teeth with temper at this stage.
Listen, I seen all that last night, you know what I mean? But
he was over there by himself, he was bothering no one, he wasn't with the crowd.
He put a video up on Twitter just there a few minutes ago, he did.
I've seen the voice, he put a voice now into the group saying he's still in the hospital, he's waiting on scans and all that,
in the hospital, but before he was arrested, he was across the road and he was talking to a sergeant, and the sergeant was warning him, saying if you don't cross the road you're going to be arrested on a public order charge, and he was asking what public order charge, there's no crime being committed here, and he was basically saying, well, you're going to get arrested on a public order charge for not committing a crime.
Fucking fake charges, like fucking.
So that's on his Twitter page, you can go over there and look at it now. Yeah.
But if you think back to the lockdown days, right back to 2020, Drew Harris made a statement that, you know, wherever they couldn't cover any perceived crimes, they were going to pick him up with the public order charge. So basically, if you weren't wearing a mask, that's public order.
Yeah.
If you didn't get in home, public order. Anything they wanted, if they want to pick you up for any spurious reason at all, they want to pull the public order card. That's what it is like.
That's what we got charged for lifting up the lifting up the fucking window wiper. That's what we got charged with, public order, for shouting at the guard in Coyle as well, because he was manhandling me little cousin. All that. I went, what are you doing about that? That's exactly what I done, and I got charged with public order. It's just to get you in and out of the courts and all shit like that, you know what I mean? But once you see anybody see the likes of Ferg, they know people will listen to Ferg if he spoke.
Yeah.
If Ferg could rally the troops, not a bother. But he doesn't, you know what I mean? Just stands there peacefully. But anybody they think is going to gather a crowd, that's who they're going to come after.
That's what they're afraid of, you know?
Yeah.
Someone with a bit of influence there, like, you know?
Yeah.
They want to take them out straight away.
Like they seen the first night in Ballybrack, they were surrounded. That's why they didn't try and arrest anybody. Because the police, the public order were probably outnumbered 5 to 6 to 1. You know what I mean? So that's why they didn't. And then the roads reversed last night. There wasn't as many Phil. There wasn't as many Garda, or there wasn't as many people like us there. There was more Garda there last night. You know what I mean? That's why they start nicking them. But you seen the first night, public order were frightened to death the first night out in Ballybrack because of the sheer numbers of people. As soon as it's round down, then there was few people there last night. Ferg, yep. Nice one. Bag and tag, you know what I mean?
100%. That's the crack, Phil.
So,
never a dull moment, boy. There's always something going on.
you know what I mean? Feels just after getting here. So, 23 minutes in.
Watch my P's and Q's, will it? As you come out, say hello, give me a cup of tea, right?
Shit, what do you think?
Go and ask him, could I use the toilet, Joe?
Piss in his pocket. What do they say? You have to give you the hat, don't they? The piss in there, the shit in there. Oh. Right. Right, we're just going to leave it here for now, folks. Yeah? Anything else happens, so I'll keep you updated, and I'll try and be live again before we leave here, yeah? I think we're brave, folks. And the love is and leave us.